Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening. Happy Wednesday evening. It is a glorious evening. I am so excited about today. I can't even tell you. I will introduce my special guests in a moment, but come on in, say hello, tell us where you're at, and we'll just talk in a little bit. Hello, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. I love the picture. Looks very nice. Very, very nice. Beth Rogers. Good to see you, my friend. And Priscilla. Good to see you, my Illinois girls. Um, your mom's watching. Hi. Tell your mom hello. Hello, hello. Sarah May, all the way from the UK at, oh my God, at 1 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yep, 1 o'clock. Karen from Moline. Hi, Karen from Moline. Um, and Leslie. Hi, Leslie. Your grandson's first birthday. Mazel tov. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And Donna, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. So glad that you guys are on today. So today we're talking about this whole month is receiving, and it's receiving healing with sound is what we're talking about today. And I will introduce Sen in a moment. And I'm going to publicly say I'm sorry for mispronouncing your last name. Like, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to make you Adler instead of Oldler. I was
It
like, what am
happens.
I doing? And then I was like, Older, Adler, Older, old Adler.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. And then I was like, oh, crazy. Well, because when I knew you, it was a different name. So I'm just getting used to that. Hello, Diane Santucci. Good to see you. And yes, Leslie, happy Rosh Hashanah, Lashana Tova. I think that's right. Not bad for a um, a non-Jewish person. That's me, guys. Uh, but Happy New Year, Happy Jewish New Year. Teresa Spellman, hello. Teresa is our contest winner, our last contest winner. And guys, we've got another contest coming up, and it's through September 22nd. So you want to take part in it. And Priscilla, if you could pop that up on the screen so everybody could see, that would be great. Leslie, you're welcome. And Ellen Jane says hello, 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 hello. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to 2000 and what? 10?
9.
2009. We're going back to 2009. We're going back to um, well, I went to the Chicago School of Massage, but then it was Cortiva Chicago School of Massage.
Mm-hmm.
And Sen was one of my students in the introduction. Well, not in the introduction, the beginning class. In the very
101.
101 is what we called it. And you learned all the basics of massage for myself. I think Connie Love,
Connie Love
and
was the, yeah.
she was the head teacher that day, right? At that
Yeah,
time,
that class. Yep.
because you guys were my, I think you guys were my first class.
First, yeah. You had been a
Yeah,
massage therapist for 7 years at that point.
right. And I taught at the Chicago School of Massage,
Yeah.
then went to New School of Massage, then came back to Cortiva. So I was still teaching for a while, but because I didn't teach there for a while, they had me as an assistant. So that was kind of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I loved working with Connie. So there you were, a massage student. So now you live right next door. How far am I from you now in Vancouver?
It's uh about less than half an hour.
Oh,
About 20
because I mean,
minutes on
because
14.
okay, know the idea 14. I just now
Mhm.
know.
It's the river.
Oh, oh, the river, yeah, because I do know 205.
That's the bridge. Yeah.
And I do know how
The
to get the
view from
dogs
that
to.
bridge is
It's
like
amazing
it's otherworldly. Like the river winding through to the base of the mountain and the foothills, it looks like a Bob Ross painting every time
every
it's
single time.
visible. It's visible.
And I just got back from taking the dogs to doggy daycare, and I had to go um, 205 to I think it is 14.
14. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was Mount Hood,
Hmm.
and then it really looked like sunset. It looked like a Bob Ross painting. It was absolutely beautiful, stunning, stunning. Hello, Jenny, and hello, Diane. Good to see you both. So
So yes, here we are now.
here we are.
I
So
don't want
how
to say
did
how many
you,
years later.
several years later, how
I
did you
was
get from
baby.
massage therapy to now doing sound healing?
A lot of work.
Okay. Okay.
So I did massage therapy professionally, licensed for about 9 years before I moved to Wisconsin, where I took a little spiritual nap, so to say. I went to aesthetics school and I started hair school right before I moved here. But how I got to sound is was doing sound before massage actually, just not in this way.
Hmm.
Um, when I had a memory recently of being a baby, you know, the like little Tykes yellow small chairs for toddlers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would wrap rubber bands around the top part of it, the back, and make different tensegrities so they would create different notes. And I'd make my own little guitar
Oh,
at like
cool.
3 or 4, 3 or 4 years old.
Right. Yeah.
So I was born with the bug. Whatever it is, wherever star system I come from, my spirit cell whatever you want to call it, comes from music. So I started with French horn in 6th grade in middle school, and I thought I was going to be a band director all my childhood. And then something happened, and I went to Chicago to go to culinary school
Hmm.
a month after high school. And I got into the back of the kitchen after culinary school, and I was like, "Ah, this isn't for me." The ego, the like raging, rampant, um, you know,
The
chaotic energy of a
yeah, I
kitchen.
was going to say the energy is chaotic. Being a restaurant
Yeah.
manager for a short time, I know that
Even
energy.
front of the house, right?
Yeah.
So I had met my husband, and this was early 2009. And he's like, "Have you ever heard of Reiki?" And I'm like, "No, tell me what that is." And lo and behold, as most people experience, it was something I had been doing. Oh, you mean the tingling in my hands I've been doing when I focus really hard? That's Reiki. I mean, boiled really far
Right.
down. Um, and then one thing led to the next. I toured Cortiva and signed up that day.
And
And
then
that opened me up
right,
to all of the spiritual greatness that I now live every day.
which is amazing. So what you do, if people don't know, is you do vibrational sound healing.
Hmm.
And it's not just you have a singing bowl. You have a lot of different things that you use.
Yes, this is Helios. This is my 36-inch gong. I have acquired him recently. It's what they call the lathing is called a dark star gong,
Mm.
and it doesn't crash very hard. So it sustains a very low, deep um, set of notes. Every gong goes up and down. And then I've also got like Tibetan singing bowls like this, and big honkin' crystal bowls like this. We do chimes. I mean, vibrational medicine can look like anything. I call myself a vibrational medicine practitioner
Hmm.
because vibration is everything, right? And
Right.
medicine. So why not put the two together? And
Makes total sense. Hello, Lee Michael. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So, vibrational medicine, vibrational sound healing touches on the deepest cellular level. Is that not
oh yeah,
correct? Okay.
Yeah, so we are vibration, right? I always love some physics with my metaphysics. So um, Einstein has taught us that everything is a vibration. Just because it's solid doesn't mean that it's not vibrating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everything is what we perceive. So there's space in between atoms and they vibrate, and that's what creates objects, us.
Sure.
um, Everything that is vibration. So the idea is our vibrations are a lot newer. They're a lot more fresh. They're easily distorted and influenced by outside sources. So what vibrational medicine does in the form of sound is it helps to realign that vibration into a much more stable camera, much more old vibration. The
Mm-hmm.
metal, the bronze of the gong is much older, much more stable, much less susceptible to outside influence. So by immersing ourselves in a sound bath, we're able to get rid of those icky, no longer needed vibrations that we like to hold on to.
And that, like we said, and like you said, that goes deep. So by cracking the shell and going inside and releasing that, that is so healing.
Yeah,
Janie wants to know, do you have a favorite?
the gong.
I could have told you that too. Yeah.
In band, I played French horn, but I was out sneaking off when the band director wasn't around and playing the $3,000 60-inch wind gong. And I knew back then there was something about the gong that is ancient,
Hmm.
that is old, that is power, right? Um, so it was always a goal, and I achieved that goal, and I am so happy I did.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Pat Johnson says in Kauai, Hawaii, she had a sound healing session with singing bowls on her back while
Yeah.
laying on a water bed massage table. The sound vibrated through the water. Amazing. So cool.
I took a crystal bowl in the bath with me, actually, and laid down as far as I could and floated the crystal ball over my chest and played it. Oh, sound and water. I That's something I've been trying to figure out. Is this almost like, you remember like back in the early 1900s, the like steel contraptions they would
Yeah.
come up with?
Yeah.
I want to come up with a sound contraption where you go in the water and it's got speakers or, whatever that are vibrating you along your different energy lines and chakras and muscle, because I'm still very much anatomy and physiology fiend. So I take everything that I learned in massage and I put it into sound.
That's awesome. That's really
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm
Priscilla
so
has
glad you got to experience that. I want to experience that. That sounds great.
so cool. So cool, Pat. Priscilla says, what if someone is very sensitive to sound and can't seem to feel calm with it? For example, me, when I do the sound bowl or singing bowl, it doesn't sit well with her.
There is a couple different schools of thought with that. One is, where do you feel it
Hmm. Right.
and why do you feel it? Dive deep into that feeling and sit with it. The other could be that it's not the right sound for you at the moment. Um, and you're not ready or in a state to receive that sound, that vibration.
And also, I'm gonna chime in like that.
Ding
I'm
ding.
gonna ching ding ding. And if you guys didn't notice, I am wearing the tortoise shell reading glasses to match Sen today. So, um, so also think about it, you guys. If each singing bowl is aligned to a frequency of a chakra, and I play a heart singing bowl chakra, and it bothers you, it could be that there's something going on that needs healing within that heart chakra. So,
I with that, I personally don't practice telling people this is a bowl that
Oh
goes
yeah, neither
with
do I.
this chakra. It's more about where you feel it for
Right.
me.
Sure.
Um, and, and like how do you feel it? Is it in your ears, right? Like are we having pain as we're at a concert and it's too loud? That's easily adjustable. Um, just communication, checking in with the client constantly, just like we do in all healing arts or
Right.
need
True.
to.
What would you say is the best part for you? Um, we'll start with receiving because that's the theme. What's the best part of you receiving sound healing?
Recently, I was at a sound bath and I got into a theta brainwave state. It was very much obvious that I was there because um, theta brainwave states, let me pull up my little thingy here. They're between 4 and 7 hertz, and it's like right before you fall asleep, right? It's that liminal state in
Hmm.
between consciousness and subconsciousness. It's a brainwave state, and this is a measurable. Put on the electrodes, right, and observe what's happening in the brain. This is a measurable response to sound, and I was there. Um, just tell you what my experience was. It's probably going to sound a little woo. I like to be very, down to earth with my stuff,
I
but
like the woo woo. Go ahead.
sometimes we experience what we experience, and
Right.
I only have words to explain it. Um, I was going through fractal portals. It's a very visual experience, not as much like I'm looking at a painting, right? It's more impressions, sort of. And one of the things that I received were downloads of code coming out of what I knew to be Aphrodite. She was
Mm.
this incredibly coral pink, like love, the color of love, right? Like roses, fresh roses. And inside of her was this Vesica Pisces, which is like the circles that overlap a little bit, and then the energy goes in and out. And she kissed, and these codes came out of her mouth down into my head, and I just received. I didn't. It's not a place where you're in judgment. You're not allowed to. There's no beat in symphonic music. There is a time measure. There is a tempo. It's predictable. With sound, with this sound, usually there's no predictability. Sometimes people put in music to accompany, but what I do, it's all in the moment. All uh, gosh, I got lost in where I was when I was receiving that sound. Jeez, it was great. It was beautiful, a
Awesome.
beautiful, beautiful experience. And that's the wonderful thing about this. You don't have to do anything. You just lay there.
Hmm. I
You
had
lay
a
there
go-
and receive.
I
It's
had
a
a
it's a
gong
hundred
bath,
percent passive experience.
and it was amazing. A gong bath was amazing. It was
Hmm.
something double that size, and it was
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah, they
crazy.
get up to like 60 inches, and I've seen some that take up like 20-foot
Yep.
ceilings, and you gotta. Oh, I haven't
So cool.
experienced that. I think I'd probably get in my spaceship and never come back again.
this was this was back in Chicago,
Hmm.
and the guy's name was Preston,
Hmm.
and he did this for the Unity Church
Hmm.
on Thome in Chicago. So it was pretty cool, super cool. Uh, Hello, Tim Sullivan. Tim Sullivan says, I was just laying on my bed with pain in my back left side, and my fiance dinged our singing bowl over me, and I could feel it help break up the energy and flow better. Ironically, she told me the topic of tonight's live. Funny how that works.
There's no irony. their synchronistic experience.
Totally. Now, would you do us the favor? And just a warning, everybody, we are going to have a little sound this evening. So if sound bothers you, please step back from the computer so you don't get, or whatever, put your phone down and take a little bit.
If you can put headphones in, actually, and turn the volume to a level that is tolerable,
That's a good idea.
because it will create binaural beats. That's the hope anyway, which will help to soothe your brainwave pattern if it's in a state.
So can you give everybody just a little bit of what each thing, and I'm not saying a sound anything, but just what each thing
taste.
sounds like. Yeah, a little taste.
A sample.
A little nibble.
Bouche.
A nibble. A nibble.
Sure. So this is a Himalayan or a Tibetan singing bowl. They're made of traditionally 7 elements representing, oh wow, that's a word, representing the different planets, including the sun. It is a multi-tonal instrument, meaning that multiple notes will come out of this instead of like a crystal bowl, which is a single note. Some days they're quieter than others.
That's okay. And guys, if you want to, place your hand on your heart or place your hand on your stomach while you're listening to these sounds. It's really cool.
This is a little bigger one.
Very nice. Oh, different tone.
This one wants to play today. So I'm not playing, right? Or I am a little bit right now, but the idea is I am a hollow bone for spirit to come and play the instruments through me. When I think about what I'm doing, I'm getting in the way.
Sure.
It's a check for me to get out of the way, let spirit work through me. And I channel the cosmos. That is my source of juju, the stars, the nebula, the cradles of creation, right?
It's right behind you.
Right. If you couldn't tell.
Right.
Then actually,
hi Shirley, good to see you.
This
Thanks
is
for
a
being here.
practitioner bowl, what they call one anyway, because it's got a handle. So I play this as I go around the room, and I can hold it over people's hearts or their ajna, third eye, their crown, wherever I perceive they need it. So this is tuned to the note of F. F, and we have a handle. So it's a much more clear, much more clarion tone. Depending on how fast I move the mallet around, will accelerate the wavelength. So the microphone's almost like an ear.
Yeah.
Depending on where I put it and I move it, you're going to hear different.
Patrice has a good question. She wants to know, do bowls need to be cleansed?
Depends on what your practice and beliefs are.
Right. I would say the same thing. I would say the same thing. Now, I know it's when we did it prior to you, to everyone getting on, um, it was a little bit tinny, you guys, but can you
We
just,
adjusted it and we
yeah,
didn't test the gong, so
okay.
maybe it'll. Maybe Helios will want to come
So exciting, guys.
and speak.
Now, you've got several different mallets for the gong, is that correct?
Yes. One of my favorite quotes is, I mean, it's not really a quote, it's more of advice. Um, he would rather hear one gong with 12 mallets than 12 gongs with one mallet.
Hmm.
You can produce an array of different, I mean, he's trying to speak while I'm speaking. Calm down. It will pick, I play the flute in front of it and it'll pick it up. But
Super cool.
yeah, different mallets, different sounds.
So what he's doing, you guys, is he's taking the mallet and going around the edge. You can't see the gong. It's a black colored gong with a silver insight in the center of it. Super cool.
That's the idea.
That's very cool. Very, very cool. Do you guys like the gong? I just love the gong. It's mesmerizing to me. And imagine, guys, if you're laying down on a yoga mat and Sen would be playing this gong along with everything else. Super, super cool.
I'm going to be taking private clients soon. Um, Actually, I can now, where this stand will raise up and down. I can even have it hanging over the client in special cases, right over the heart. Like, can you just imagine those vibrations 7, 9 inches away from your heart?
I would have to wear a hard hat, just to make sure, because I'd be closing my eyes going, please do not fall on me.
Yeah,
Please do not
right.
fall on me.
I mean, that's the extreme, right? But
Right,
we
right.
position it around the body, mainly at the feet, actually,
Yeah,
because it's much more palatable.
yeah, totally. Shirley loves the gong. Teresa says beautiful. Love it. Diane says, love gong baths. Go to them about once a month. I did not know that, Diane. That's awesome. That's
That was
so
my
cool.
first experience with healing sound was in Chicago at a Kundalini gong bath.
Yeah, super cool.
Worked me
Super, super.
out.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. So, we're talking, guys, about receiving this whole month and receiving healing with sound. And think about it. Think about how you guys feel when you are listening to music. And it doesn't have to be a gong or a crystal bowl or what's your favorite music? What
Yeah,
happens when you listen to your favorite music?
I
What
was going to bring that
happens?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
How can you just listen to music and it lifts your spirit? It changes you. Sound, words, music, all that shifts our energy. It raises our vibration. Why do you think, music can calm the savage beast?
Right.
When I leave to go to the grocery store or something, I always play music for the dogs, and it's usually classical music. I tell
Mhm.
Bertha, not Bertha, guys, but the um, you know, Alexa. She's in the other room, so I can't say it. But I tell Bertha, play classical or play calming music for dogs, and it's always classical music, and the
Mhm.
dogs are so chill with it.
Well,
Um, Go
think
ahead.
about your favorite movie.
Hmm.
Guaranteed your favorite moment, your favorite part of that movie has moving music.
Yeah, yeah,
If
totally.
a movie was just soundtrackless, we would never watch a movie ever.
Yeah,
Movies started as literal movies where
right.
they're moving to a soundtrack. So
So
it's,
true.
I mean, sound is an ancient tool. Ancient, ancient tool. There's caves that have been dedicated to creating specific frequencies and tone with tones hitting a basically an old school stone massage table at
So
a
cool.
specific frequency. So we're remembering, I mean, sound can move literal mountains, right?
Right. So cool. Pat Johnson on Pat, he's actually right next door to me. I'm in Camas, Washington, and he's in Vancouver. So not near Ohio, but
Right
come for a
across the
visit. Come
river
for a visit.
and a couple thousand miles.
A couple thousand miles, right? Um, Love sound therapy. Yeah, me too. Now, here's something. Can you do sound therapy? Like, obviously, you could because we just had a little bit of it. You could see clients over Zoom.
Yeah, I'm working on getting a setup that is sensitive enough to pick up that because there are sounds in this that I'm guarantee you didn't perceive that there's this space in between these sounds that is hard to capture over the internet.
Sure. And
So, but yes, eventually.
I remember being at your place and you played Helios for a bit, and that was so cool. You guys to be right in front of the gong was amazing.
Hmm.
Truly amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Do you guys have any questions for Sen about sound healing, about receiving sound healing? Now, please stay tuned because we're going to do a mini quick meditation after our chat today. And are you going to? Do you feel comfortable to play? Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use um, some crystal bowls. Yeah,
Okay. And you also have the wooden
Koshi
chimes.
chimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want to play
those will
those
be
real quick?
nice. Sure. What element would you prefer?
Um, let's do water.
My favorite. We could just do that for 10 minutes
I
too.
know. Could you imagine? Can you show everybody, like, bring it to the camera center so they
Sure.
could see it, and pick it up a little bit more so people, yeah. And what's inside?
So there is, I wonder if it'll pick it up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Little metal tines and a glass disc
Oh,
here
cool.
that produce, and they're tuned to a specific scale.
And these are called what again?
Koshi,
Koshi.
Koshi. They're
Koshi.
a French brand, and his son actually took on the mantle and came out with 5 of his own scale. So, like, I think there's like a crystalline tuning and like twilight and dark moon.
Oh,
So
cool.
they're not quite like, earth, air, fire, water.
Right, right. Got it.
They're equally as magical. I think
Diane.
fairies live inside these
Oh, I'm sure.
and are in there like,
Woo! Let's jam.
yeah.
Diane says, love that so much. Would this help
Oh,
autistic child sensitive to sound?
oh yes. 1000%. I'm not a certified sound therapist, but I can tell you that sound will help regulate for sure. My friend has an high functioning autistic child, and his first experience with healing sacred sound was profound.
Awesome.
Night and day difference after a session.
And also, Judy, just from teaching massage, I can tell you that cranial sacral therapy is
Mhm.
really good for autistic children. Um,
Because of the way that sound and binaural beats work on a brain level, on a scientific brain level with the brain waves, it truly helps to regulate the things that are sometimes overactive.
True. Very true. Priscilla says, I like that. That sound sits much better with me. Very cool. Judy says, thank you. So, okay, so you're going to start doing private clients coming up.
Mhm.
Hopefully, you'll do this via Zoom that everybody can come and see you. They can go to your website and find out more,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. Now, do you also do drumming?
Yeah, I have been trained in the art of shamanic journeying and drumming.
Yep.
I have yet to
Awesome.
incorporate it into, well, spirit has yet to pick up the drum, I should say.
Got it. Got it. And that's really cool because on our retreats, what we do is we do a lot of journeys with the drum.
Yeah.
And then we do a sound healing that came from a Chilean tradition, and we switched it up a little bit. So we still honor the tradition,
Hmm.
but it's done in a really cool way. So we've done sound healing on the retreats, which have been, they're just phenomenal, you guys. There's something about it. It's a little bit different because it has movement with it. So
Hmm.
just very, very, very cool and
Yeah, and that's the
rattling.
great thing about it is it can look like a number of things.
Yeah.
It can be a rattle.
Yep.
Just a rattle for half an hour can move so much stuff through you. I love the ocean drum. That's
Yeah,
one
me
thing that I
too.
use a lot.
Yeah. I
It's
love the ocean drum.
a drum with little metal beads or some type of thing in there that rolls around and creates this great ocean sound.
That's a really cool one. I have those too. Hello, Chris Taylor. Thank you for being here. I saw those chimes in Hawaii for the first time. Each person resonates to a specific sound chime. The body resonates with the sound needed for healing. Very cool.
Mhm.
Very, very cool. So what's coming up for you?
I'm actually have a meeting tomorrow with 2 different people about different collaborations. So things are in the cauldron brewing.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
um, and that's going to look like probably a One of them practices body intuitive. It's a form of body talk,
Yep.
and the other one creates mandalas.
Mm.
So I think we're gonna do a little recording with a mandala or something, like little taste meeting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then the first weekend of October, I am planning on having a sound bath. I'm just waiting on confirmation.
Okay.
I have to go to Denver in the middle of the month to pick up a new family member.
Very nice.
So that's one of the things in the works that's not quite related to sound, but that I'm excited about.
A new family member?
Yeah, we're getting. So my grandma and my mom had 2 rounds of Great Danes that they had bred, 2 litters. uh, and she has I think I'm not gonna throw her age out there on the internet, but they're bothering her varicose veins. So
Okay. Okay.
I'm acquiring a 16-month-old Great Dane, which is we grew up with Great Danes, and
Okay.
they're such beautiful,
They're beautiful.
gentle, kind beasts.
Gentle giants. How is
Yeah.
Fiona going to be with that?
Freya,
Freya, sorry.
she'll need to adjust. I am. We'll see.
Yes,
She's great with other dogs, but
and
she's
your cat.
yeah, we actually out with the in old with or out with the old in with the new. One of our cats decided not to come home one night about a week ago.
Oh no.
So everything with divine timing, right? My grandma called
Wow.
me like a week and a half ago. The timing is
Yeah.
right. So
Okay.
I'm gonna meet my mom in Colorado and
That's awesome.
pick up a new
That's
family
awesome.
member.
Diane says I have an ocean drum, but my dog hates it. So,
I I would imagine.
and I'll have to tell you, Diane, Harry and Willow do not like the ocean drum either. They don't like it.
Freya will sit with the gong and crystal bowls.
Mm,
She
okay.
sat on stage with me at a compassion camp, and
I used that picture for the big calendar event.
oh, cool,
I
yeah,
used that one because I didn't have your. And it's funny, the picture that I have for today's flyer, I was like, oh, I should use this one. And I
it's a
said,
really good
oh,
picture of me. It
it's a
was
good
right
picture.
after a retreat, and I'm like, everything is flowing and glowing.
Yep. And you were good. You were good.
Yeah.
Um, Lauren says, I listen to a sound app on my phone most
Yes.
nights, especially when I'm not able to sleep. It has different sounds, meditations, and sleep stories.
What app? I must know because I what cured my insomnia was sound, actually.
Hmm.
Solfeggio frequencies.
Hmm.
All night, every night. Knocks me out.
Wow.
Relaxed Melodies has you can have isochronic, which don't require headphones, and it will calm. Yeah, that's a great one. I use Relaxed Melodies, and there's a new one that I'm playing with that reads your vital signs and
Hmm.
will give you sound based on what data is coming through. I love science and technology and stuff. I am give me not give me the EMFs, but I'm immune, right?
Yeah, I
We got to
so
work with the 3D. We are here on this earth and we got toys. Let's play with them.
Michelle wants to know, how do you spell
Another G.
another G?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah May uses,
I haven't heard of that one. I'm going to write
oh,
that down.
this could be, is this only, well, no, it's because it's on an app. Duh, I was going to say, is this only in the UK, Sarah May? But no. Um, Janie says, I
And
have terrible
Dell. Oh,
terrible
I would
insomnia.
check it out. Relax Melodies. It doesn't have a space in it. And it's a picture of a moon setting on like a green hill with stars.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Play with it.
so
Adjust
we're
the
gonna
levels.
we're gonna
I
tell
highly
you.
recommend it. Sorry.
No, you're fine. We're gonna tell everybody. Dun, 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 dun. I just have to find it. Okay, here we go. Here is Sen's website. Please check it out, you guys. If you guys want to stay, we're going to do about a 5 to 7 minute um, meditation in a little bit. Does anybody have any questions for Sen at all? Janie says she'll do that. Good. Awesome.
Let me know too. Go on my website and there's like a little chat bubble, or you can email me and let me know. I love to talk about it.
A chat bubble. Look at you, fancy
Chat bubble.
schmance.
I take all forms of payments, Elias. I can
Okay.
take chip cards. We are golden.
You are golden. Sarah says, thank you. This was amazing
Yeah,
because it
my
is
pleasure.
now super late. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning over there.
Thank you
So
for
thank you,
taking the
Sarah,
time to.
for listening.
Yeah.
So guys, any questions that you have? Because we're going to do a mini meditation with sound.
And thank you, Elias, for
Oh my
having me.
gosh, you are so welcome. Like I said to everybody, I so believe in all that you do, and it's really, really important to help bring awareness to everybody. And sound, I think a lot of people don't have that awareness of how they might go, oh, that's really relaxing or really calming, but they don't have that know-how.
I mean,
Real
yeah, when I say I have a gong, people hear crash, crash, crash,
right,
and they think there's no frame of reference, right?
right,
How would you
exactly.
know?
You wouldn't. I want to tell everybody next week, next Saturday. Well, I'm sorry, this Saturday. I may or may not have a mystery guest. Come find out. Uh, Next Wednesday, Pasquale will be with us, and we're talking about receiving clarity with intuition. And also, starting tomorrow, guys, the intuitive mindset group is going to start for 12 weeks. There are still 5 spots left. And then on the 21st, we have our 3-part series, Past Life Workshop series, starting on the 21st. It's the 21st, the 28th, and October 12th. If you can't be there, then guess what? You can still get the recording. So really, really cool. I can't wait to have it start because it's so exciting. And then we've got some other surprises coming up. Remember, Sundays are surprise Sunday chats. So make sure that you follow. Make sure that you press the little alarm bell or whatever it is and like. And also follow and like. We are doing the contest, the autumn contest. The winner gets a 1-year membership to the Inner Collective. That's $187 value. Uh, Runner up, let's say runner up gets an autographed book. You get the From the Universe to Our Hearts book. And then another person will get the 30-minute session with me. Now, the goal of this is to tell friends. If you're already on the email list, great. Tell friends. Then email admin, ADMIN, at eliaspatras.com. And if you tell a friend, you get, for every friend you tell, you get an entry. Pretty cool. And here's all about the past lives. And Priscilla will put the autumn giveaways right here. And there you go. So it's all there, guys. If you want to, Priscilla, I don't know. I think you have to put it on. It stops for each friend you refer, you reserve another entry. So it stops at number 3. So you might have to do it. Click it again. Okay. So if you have any questions, email admin@eliaspatras.com. Now we're going to start our guided meditation for the evening. It's going to just be short, quick. And Sen, you can stay on for a little bit afterwards when I say goodbye to everybody, just for a minute or two so we can chat. And we're just going to. Oh, what's that?
Oh, this is the Koshi chime stand.
Oh, the stand. Very cool. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. If you click on Seymour, it's there. Okay, awesome. I don't get the Seymour, so it's okay. Thank you, though. Okay, so I want you guys to put your feet firmly on the floor. If you want to lay down for this, that might be even cool too. You could lay down for this. Totally up to you. Okay. All right. So we're going to start in a minute. And I just want you to breathe. Everybody breathe. Take a nice breath in and slowly exhale out. Continue breathing. And I want you to sense or see or feel yourself on the beach, smelling the salt air, being one with the nature, being one with the ocean. As if the water heals every part of you. Feel it splash upon your body. Feel the cleansing, healing properties of water. Be open to receive. Receive healing. Receive love. Receive all that you need for today, tomorrow, and the following day. And as you look at the water, you can see that it has splashed up some beautiful colored gems. You see a beautiful red ruby, an orange citrine, a yellow citrine, a green emerald, a blue sapphire, a rich indigo topaz, and a beautiful purple amethyst. Imagine the sound of the ocean, carrying the qualities and the properties of these jewels into your body, aligning all of you, putting you in balance. Putting you in balance with Mother Earth. Go to bed tonight. Remember that balance. And wake up refreshed, energized, and with gratitude. Breathe in and slowly come back to the here and the now. Come back into your body and open your eyes. That was great, Sen. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Pat Johnson says amazing sounds. Most of the time I didn't hear Elias speaking. The tones took me to a different place. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Guys, thank you for being here. Sen, hold that thought. And remember, guys, we are always here. We'll be back on Saturday, but come back and we are here to connect. And when we connect, we educate one another. And when we educate one another, we grow. There is unity in community. From my heart to yours, thanks everybody for being here and have a beautiful night. Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you for having me. It was
Always
wonderful.
welcome. Always welcome.